Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Teela here. If this is your first time seeing my face, hello there and welcome to my channel, and also welcome to episode 8 of Picture This, a photography series here on my YouTube channel. And in today's video, we are going through a free photo editor that I absolutely have been loving. It is so similar to Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Lightroom, and that would be Photoscape X. This video is not sponsored by any means. I just really genuinely love the product. I pulled this on my Instagram and you guys said you wanted a tutorial and a little sneak peek to the program, so that is what I'm doing for you guys today. So without further ado, let's hop right on into the video. So as you guys can see, this is Photoscape X right here on my screen. I'm going to show you guys in the Windows Play Store. You can get Photoscape X and the Photoscape X Pro versions in here. I don't know if it's available for Apple. If I find out, I will let you know in the description. But you can just go up top here and type in Photoscape X. And you will see there is a Photoscape X and Photoscape X Pro. Photoscape X is a free photo editor, and I am absolutely in love with it. If you want to buy Photoscape X Pro, that would be, I've never looked this up, it is $40 as a one-time purchase. However, I do not believe that the upgrade is worth it. That is just me. But now we are going to jump on into the program. I already have it open on my desktop. This is how it opens up. So if you are a Adobe Lightroom and Adobe Photoshop lover, this is very familiar to you. And for me personally, I'm going to go into my Sal Digital photo here, Photos for Sal Digital, and I already have a bunch of edited photos. These are all already edited, but for the sake of this video, we are going to edit one of my oil bubble pictures. In this program, you have your tabs up here and your tabs over here. So starting over here, you can search for things in the program. You have your viewer, editor, cutouts, batches, collages, combine, create GIFs, print, and tools. I have never had to use any of those tabs, but if you do, that is all fine by me. And then you have your edit tab, color tab, film tab, light tab, frame tab, insert tab, and tools tab up top. Moving to the bottom, you have your thumbnail settings over down here, and then you also have the option to show a border on your photo. You don't have to, but this is just to keep things in order. And then you can have a background light or dark, it doesn't matter. And you can also zoom in and zoom out. Now I've noticed that when you zoom in, let's say we're going to keep it like this, you can move around your photo like so by clicking and dragging. So that is really helpful. Those are all very similar to Adobe Lightroom. And then we come over here and you can open up a new file. You can save your files, and then you have some other options over here for opening new files. Now I'm going to show you guys some of the features in here. And first, what I personally use when I edit is I start out with my sharpening, blur, noise reduction, soften skin, dehaze, and white balance. Now I am so happy that there is a free white balance within this program. So to use white balance, you click on that and you see you have this little T right here. So you want to try to find the most white section in your photo. This looks like it's it. You click down, any adjustments that are made, you can do. You can see or not see what it is depending on your exposure. So you can compare and you see a very slight difference. So before and after. So for me, I'm going to click apply and then it is there. What we can also do is, let's say I wanted to sharpen my photo, I can go in here and you can sharpen with your radius, threshold, and the amount that you have. And you also have the choice of masking, but we're not going to get into that today. So let's say I keep my radius and threshold the same. So we're going to go into the amount. Let's say I'm going to do like 65, okay? So once again, you can do a comparison before and after. And for the sake of this video, we're going to keep that. I really like how the bubbles are looking down here. Very contrasted and sharp. Next, we're going to go into noise reduction. This is huge after you get done editing. So you have the option to do luminance noise or color noise. Now my go-to, I'm telling you guys this, and emphasis with the clapping, I always 100% do 10 for luminance noise and 5 for color noise. If I do a lot of editing, I double those numbers because I do not want noise in my photos. I absolutely can't stand having noise in my photos, but those are my ride or die amounts for noise reduction. One of my favorite tools is Haze. So to me, it makes it look really bold. Like, I'll show you guys. Here is 60, right? Looks pretty cool. But then go to 0. It's not that great. So let's go back up to 60. I love bold colors. Once again, comparison before and after. Loving the after. So we got that, right? So now we've done some things to our photo. So what you can do is you can view the comparison from your very recent changes, but then you can also compare it to the original. So you have two options of comparison. So let's say we're going to go to grayscale, okay? Up here you have your quick menu, grayscale, sepia, Bancoot, black and white, and negatives. Let's say we want to know what it looks like here. So comparison, before going black and white with our grayscale, and after grayscale. And let's say that we don't like how this is looking. You simply go to the undo button and bam, your photo is back in color and we're back in business. So now that we've gone through with this tab, I'm going to go through what is available for free. I'm not going to go through each one, but I'm going to list these off to you guys. You have auto color, auto contrast, sharpen, add noise, reduce noise, soften skin, dehaze, point color, emphasis color, white balance, color fill, DL, erode, pattern, fill, vignette, replace color, shadows and highlights, bokeh, blur. I don't know what that is. File grain, blur, surrealistic, and auto levels. Those are all included in the pro version. I don't use all of them, obviously, because some of these I don't know what they are. But I will say, for what I use this program for, what I need is more than enough. And then up here, you can choose to resize, miniature, bloom, HDR, magic color, and crop. Up top here, you can rotate your images. And then you can also straighten, flip, horizontal, and vertically. This is the main tab that I use right here. All of my Lightroom Adobe lovers and Photoshop Adobe lovers, you're going to love this program. So then when you go down, you have effects. I don't use this. If you love Pixar, you might like this section because you have things such as watercolor pencil, posterize, you can do stippling, mosaics, triangles, you can do blocks, motion blurs, and there's also like cellophane effects, embossing effects, jitter effects. All of these effects you can totally use, but if you're more on the professional side, you might want to stick to this top part, which is your adjustments, and then also your other tools up here. But then at the very bottom you have transformations. This might be helpful mostly with perspective. If you've never used perspective, I'm going to show you guys what it means right now. So our image is straight right now. Let's say I want to try going to about 35 this way. And then let's say I want to go to negative 35 this way. So you can do that, and then after we bring this back to 0, you can do it horizontally. I'm not going to measure this one. So you can just play around. You can make it look all like crazy. I know this is like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? But then, you know, comparison. I love the fact that after every step you have a comparison. So this tab is the only tab that I use. The adjustments and up here. And the next tab is color. This is very nice for all of my Lightroom lovers out there because you can brighten, darken, deepen, adjust the vibrance and the clarity. You can also do HDR magic color. You can adjust your shadows and your highlights. And then you also can adjust all of your exposures, contrast, brightness, blacks, whites, etc. You have a histogram on the bottom right hand of your screen. Now, if you don't know what a histogram is, this is kind of what you're supposed to level out and make even with your exposures, shadows, highlights, your saturations, temperatures, vibrance, clarities, everything. You're supposed to even out your histogram. So like if your exposure is super duper high, it is going to be all the way over to one side. If it's super duper low, it's going to be all the way to the other side. So you want to make sure that you even out your histogram while you're in the midst of this. I appreciate that there is a histogram within this program so much. Next tab is film. I do not use this tab, period, because it's overlays and I am just not a fan. But I mean, if you want to add texture to your photos, you do you. You do you. So you have different films in here. I'm just going to go through these really quickly so you guys can see there are multiple things that you can try. Then we have duotones. You know, the possibilities in this program are truly endless for a free editing program. Like, don't get me wrong. And you have overlays, a lot of vintage. So if you're one of those beginning photographers, you might want to get in on this program while it's free, because I don't know how long it's going to be free, honestly. And then, you have dirt. I know a lot of people like to put these on their photos. So for anyone that doesn't want a lens flare actually on their photo, you can edit one in. So you have lens flares. And if you guys notice, there are measurements as you put these on your photos. So you see that grid in the middle of that T? That is so you can adjust where your photo and light are. Next one is frames. So over here in frames, you just have multiple different frames, borders that you can put on. I feel like these are a bit cliche and like, why would you want to put these on your photos? But you never know. You might want to get creative, school projects. If you're a beginning photographer and you want to amp up your Instagram, go ahead, you can use those. You have different shapes that you can add to your photo. And I don't know, you can't change the background. So let's say if I wanted this one right here, let's say if I wanted this and I wanted the background to be black, we can totally do that. So we can go in here. Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't know you could do that. You can do rainbow. You can do different patterns. So, that's pretty cool. Big dots, polka dots. This kind of looks hideous, but okay. Let's get on out of there and just, okay, here we go. So now we can do black. So then we can go into insert. So you can put an arrow, line, or different shapes in here. That's totally up to you. And the last thing that I really like is these little tabs up here that you can basically choose what you want. So you can insert different things, stickers, images, figures, text, magnifying glass. You can like play around. I know this is really trippy probably, but I mean, it's super duper cool. With that, this program is super easy to use, especially for beginners. And I know if you're a stickler, Adobe Lightroom, Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Premiere, Adobe Premiere Pro. I love Adobe, but if you do not make an income and you need a quick, cheap alternative and a snap of a finger, this is the program for you. I am telling you guys. I was a stickler and very skeptical when I got this program, but let me tell you, this program has changed my editing life a little bit. And what I really like about this program is you can go down and let's say I want to save my photo. This is the last time I go through with you guys. You can choose the name and place that you save your photo to, but what I want to talk to you guys about is the JPEG quality. It does say in fine print, we recommend you have your photo at high quality at 95 or more. The higher the value, the better the image quality and the larger the file. But I will tell you guys, despite the higher value and the larger file size, there is more noise. I don't know why this is, but when I save stuff to my computer, I always have more noise in my photos, and I do use noise reduction after every single thing that I do. So let's say you want a JPEG preview, okay? So this is what it is within the editor. This is what it would be exported. So once again, comparisons. The comparisons within this program are fantastic. So you will always know what your photo is going to look like. So let's say we can go through here and see, like these bubbles over here are kind of sharp, not really. And then you go over here and then bam, there it is. You can go through and do all of these types of things. And this program, like I said, very easy to use, very simple. It's free. It is seriously a combination of Photoshop and Lightroom in one.
And that's it. I really hope that you guys enjoyed that little walkthrough. If you guys want any more in-depth tutorials in Photoscape X specifically on certain parts of the program that you saw today, feel free to let me know down in the comments below. I will totally do it for you guys. And if you guys are curious on how I use my screencast, I use the program Loom. It is a free screencasting program that I just found out about today actually. And I really hope that you guys enjoyed how it turned out. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. I have been loving this program. This is how I edit everything on my photography Instagram, as well as my Fine Art America store. If you guys don't know, I do have my photos for sale on fineartamerica.com. I will have that link down in the description box for you guys below and a little screenshot right here. I upload photos on there almost daily, if not daily, weekly, and I will be getting the unlimited version soon, so I'll be able to upload even more photos for you guys to buy and purchase, whether that's on t-shirts, face masks, duvet covers, phone cases, wallets, etc. You guys can totally buy it all. I love you guys so very much. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, you guys. Love you.